Hey guys! So for the last couple of days, I have been talking on my stories about how I'm starting a brand new project and I'm really excited about it. I guess it's maybe project's not the right word for it because it's not something I'm building it's something I'm making in the kitchen, kind of, sort of. So is that a project? Of course it's a project. Canning's a project. You do that in the kitchen, right? Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling now and give you a little background information about why I'm doing this particular thing. So if any of you know me, my friends, my family, you all know that I am very much into holistic well-being. I am a nurse and I am fascinated by the human body and how it works. And I choose to do natural remedies before trying medications, if possible. It's not always possible, but I do that. So therefore, why I am attempting to grow a garden outside, why I'm trying to preserve food, trying to be organic as much as possible. And there's other things that I do. I use essential oils all the time in diffusers and topically. I use supplements, I use frequency therapy. So anyway, lots of stuff going on about how I personally try to stay healthy. And in that, I've learned, because I research a ton, that gut health is super important and a key thing that needs to be done for your overall health and wellness. So that being said, some years ago, my husband started making his own kombucha. We were married at the time, yes. At the time, I was not a fan. I actually liked to drink, the store-bought kombucha, but I had zero desire to do this myself. Time was limited. I really, didn't care. I preferred to go spend the $5 a bottle. And when I say a bottle, it's a 15-ounce bottle. Than to put the time and effort into making it. So he started doing it for both of us. It came out really good, but he didn't get very far in the process because he's super busy with work. I was super busy with my job and other things going on. So basically, after maybe 3 or 4 batches, the whole thing went out the window. We didn't really learn, he didn't really get to learn about all the ins and outs about how to maintain your kombucha brew going and flavoring and the right ways and things to do, things to avoid, so on and so forth. So it's been probably 3 years since that particular time, and I am suddenly finding myself with the desire to do this. And I have a friend of mine to thank for that, because I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, she tagged me in a post when I took a look at the the profile and started looking at some of the different reels on IG, and I'm like, you know what, I really know how good kombucha is for the gut. It is an excellent source of probiotics, and probiotics, your gut needs them. We do so many things all day, every day, to kill the good bacteria in our stomach and substitute it with bad bacteria and things, the stress in our lives, the processed foods that we eat, the sugars, the dairies, all of that stuff just really messes up our stomach. So we all need good probiotics to combat the bad effects of all of these other things that we are exposing ourselves to. And when your gut is in a good place, your immune system works better. You sleep better. You obviously digest your foods better, which means you're going to get better absorption of all the nutrients into your body. There's a direct link between your gut health and your brain health or your mental wellness. So, there's so many benefits to feeding your gut the right way and taking care of your gut. It's not just about digesting the food you eat. It's about how it's connected to everything else. So knowing that and being reintroduced to kombucha by this tag that I was in, I went and I bought the big book of kombucha and started researching, started learning. And I have a link to this in my bio, so you can look that up for yourselves. I highly recommend. I love how this book is written. It is so informative. It's not just how to make kombucha, but it's history, all the things that it's good for. There's a couple hundred of different recipes in it for flavoring your kombucha. She goes over batch brew, continuous brew, what's the difference, pros and cons, so on and so forth. Beautiful pictures and illustrations in the book. So again, I've got a link, check it out in my bio to that if you want more information. And then the other thing, once I got through all of my research that I was starting out with, and I decided, yeah, I'm gonna do this because number one, I really like kombucha. Number two, my gut needs this. And I ordered myself the Kickstarter kombucha brew kit. Again, that link is also in my bio. And this video is just gonna be a little bit of an intro to what I got. Then there's gonna be another video showing the process of how I'm making my very first batch of kombucha. I'm really looking forward to it. So this is a process that takes approximately 10 days to 2 weeks for your first batch. And then after that, it's a little bit quicker. So join the ride with me. I would love your comments and suggestions. If you're an experienced kombucha brewer, let me know below. I would love to hear your experiences, and if you have any pro tips for a beginner like me. But let me show you what comes in this Kickstarter bundle that I got. Everything basically to begin brewing a continuous brew vessel, or a 2.5 gallon vessel. Everything but the vessel came in this kit. So the book was separate. The vessel is separate. I'll show you that too here in a second. But this is all the stuff that I got. So I got starter pack of the tea blend. And this is a blend of black tea, green tea, white tea, yerba mate, and organic rooibos. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but that's what that is. She also puts in there the organic raw sugar that you need to sweeten your tea. Oh, my bad. There were 2 packages of the tea blend, not one. Yes, I did look at this before. I just forgot. Then you are able to pick 1 pack of flavoring for your first batch of tea. I picked the hibiscus, and the reason why I picked this was after looking at the recipes in the book. I just went strawberry picking a couple weeks ago. I've got a ton of strawberries in my freezer, and the hibiscus, which not only is super good for you, it's full of antioxidants, but it's used in the strawberry lemonade recipe. So that I decided is going to be the first flavor that I attempt to do with my first batch. So I picked hibiscus, but there's quite a few other options there, so you can pick your own. I got a tea ball in my kit for brewing the tea. She also has in here a few tea bags. There is a pH tester strip to make sure that your pH is staying within normal range, as well as some temperature strips that you can place on the vessel so that you can make sure that your the place that you have your vessel in is staying within the normal range of warmth that you need to brew. Then I got this cute cloth cover that is used to put to cover the top of your vessel to keep fruit flies from getting in. You cannot use a sealed, you cannot seal your vessel because it needs oxygen, it needs to breathe. It's all part of the process. So she includes a little cover there with the rubber band to attach it to your vessel. And then I posted a picture of this yesterday in my stories. I got a couple people who answered. One was right, one not so much. You know who you are. My scobies. These are the life and breath of making a good batch of kombucha. And you need a good quality SCOBY. SCOBY stands for, let's see if I remember, symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. SCOBY, symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. Yeah, no, it looks kind of gross, not gonna lie, but this is what ferments your tea. This is what provides you with the amazing bacteria and yeast that your body needs and is going to benefit from so much. So I got 2 of these in the kit that I got because I'm doing the continuous brew method, which is a 2.5 gallon container, and that's to make 2 gallons of kombucha. So that's everything that came in my kit. Then separately, I already had my brewing vessel. I don't know if I might have to stand back here a little bit. I got a ceramic, it's a water pitcher. Again, this is also on the link in my bio, as well as I like this because it has a spigot. I don't know if you saw the little hole in front. Let me see if I can do that again. There's a hole here to put your spigot in, which makes decanting your kombucha way easier for me. And one of the things I learned from when my husband was doing this, ladling was very messy. And I need easy. I don't want big cleanup. I don't want anything that's super time consuming. Another thing that I thought when he was doing this was that once you get that kombucha going, you have to keep it going to keep the mother alive, the SCOBY, to keep the SCOBY alive. I thought you had to continuously, always, like you were always going to have kombucha brewing all the time. And that's not the case. I've learned so much from this book. Getting educated is definitely your first step in starting this process. Here's the spigot that I got to go with my kombucha vessel here, my jug, my big old jug. So that's my little intro to what I've got going on. Stay tuned because I am going to be showing the entire process of this first batch of kombucha. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about being able to flavor this and making it taste good. Again, learning simple things like the longer you brew, the tartar it is. Like if you let it brew a shorter amount of time, it's going to be sweeter. And eventually, if you let it brew long enough, you'll actually have vinegar. And how cool is that? Because then you have kombucha vinegar that you can use for all different kinds of things like dressings and I don't even know what else, because yeah, anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you've got any flavoring ideas, or again, like I said earlier, if you're an experienced brewer, let me know if you've got any tips and tricks for me. And yeah, here we go. Ready or not.